Hi, Scorpio. Hello, hello, hello. I wanted to go live for you. I hope you guys are doing beautifully. Let's get the camera angles. Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? Do you guys hear me? Do you see me? Let me know. Yeah, let me just do the thing. It's way too much cleavage. Scorpio. I know you would enjoy it, but still. We're going to talk about August eventually. I know I've been a little bit all over the place recently. I haven't really been with it here so much, but so much is going on, Scorpio. I know you'll understand, my loves. Okay, so I wanted to do a live reading. If it's working, fantastic. If it's not, let me know, Scorpio. All right, let's talk some astrology before we get into the reading. Tomorrow is the 3rd of August. Mercury enters the sign of Virgo. It's in its ruling sign. Mercury is at home and earthy, analytical Virgo. I think you're going to find that there is a lot in regards to fine details in terms of conversation, logistics when it comes to sales and trade. Everything's kind of being super analyzed at the moment, including conversation. Everything that's being said is being measured and weighed. And so it's a really good idea to not only pick your words super carefully, but I think just say what you mean. That's it. I don't think it needs to be fanciful. I don't think it needs to be full of the frills and trims. You just need to say what you need to say, Scorpio. And I would really just take that as gospel. Say what needs to be said. It's very analytical. It's very straightforward. There's not too much emotion behind it. On the 11th of August, there's a full moon in the sign of Aquarius. And this is Scorpio, where you kind of got to look outside of the box. It's time to try something different. If you have been bored, Scorpio, if you have been feeling a little bit lackluster, if you have been feeling like there's more out there for you to pursue, to go and accomplish, I want to say, Scorpio, this is the time, right? If you are in a loveless relationship, or if you are not happy with your job or your career, or it's now. It's now, Scorpio. There is moves that you've got to make. There's an analytical mind that comes through when Mercury is in Virgo. And so there is a lot that you might have to tally up in regards to things that you know that you enjoy and the things that you know that you're no longer enjoying. On the same day of this full moon in the sign of Aquarius, where you're really being asked and invited to try something different, try something new, look outside of the box. I think you know when I say this boredom, this need for something more, this want for something more, it's only going to get satiated when you are in that zone where you feel like what you're doing is exciting you at your core. So, with this full moon, Venus also happens to move into the sign of Leo. Now, this is really big in a sense because it's a lot to do with sex and lust and passion and the attainment of such. It's a lot to do with ownership when it comes to sex and love. It's a lot to do with how one feels about passion. How passionate do you truly feel about something? Fixed fire can really burn through a lot of what's not real. And so when you've got Venus in fixed fire, like Leo, where it's a lot to do with wealth, freedom, regality, power, possession, even ownership, this is the making of some really intense energy. So, on the 20th, Mars enters Gemini. It cools things down. This is a super intellectual aspect. It's where you are really being asked to fight your wars with your mind. Intellectually speaking, this might be the time where there's a lot more thinking going on as opposed to action. The sun moves into the sign of Virgo, and we come into the last season of summer. Sun moving into Virgo for you, Scorpio, is a really big deal because this allows you your X-ray vision, your analytical kind of seeing through everything, getting super heightened, getting really intense. I personally think the sun in Virgo is really strong for you because it's that seeing through the dark. It's that analytical mind. It's that being able to not only know what you know, but it's being able to really stand firm with what you know. And I don't think this is something that you generally have a problem with. It's just right now with all of this analytical energy of having to process, of having to understand, of having to Are you a Scorpio? You have to wait for Virgo. You have to wait for Virgo. Okay, so following the sun moving into Virgo, 24th, Uranus goes into retrograde in the sign of Taurus. Now, this is really big because it talks about money and it's about creating future, laying foundations, putting together the firm, solid standing. Uranus in Taurus has been about stability. It's been about home. It's been about what you are accumulating to put together for your future. It's about who you live with. It's about where you live. It's a lot to do with security and stability. Uranus going into retrograde in the sign of Taurus is really just an invitation for you to get refamiliar with future plans, to really start thinking a little bit deeper about the 1-year plan, the 5-year plan, the 10-year plan. It's the best way to use this energy. On the 25th, Mercury enters into Libra. Communication gets diplomatic, it gets fair. And then there is a new moon on the 27th in the sign of Virgo and Scorpio. You get to really do a lot of soul searching and a lot of real deep analysis and looking deep within for what exactly the truth of what you want is. If you know that right now, Scorpio, you can't cover up something that has made you feel like there's something else out there, there's something else that you know that you need to go for, something else that you know you need to try, there's more study to be done, there's more to be learned, Scorpio, I strongly suggest now is the time that you really get into it before your season, just while Mercury is in Virgo and Libra and before it moves into your sign, where frankly speaking, it's going to be about the fun. Mercury in Scorpio is never about serious stuff. It's always about fun. It's about having a good time. I just feel like there is a lot of work that needs to be done before then in regards to communications. First card out for you, Scorpio, is the Ace of Cups. This is the utmost contentment. This is love. This is feeling of you have it all. This is a lot to do with how comfortable and how receptive you are to feeling really like you have it all. The bottom of the deck, sorry. The next card's out with the Queen of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. There is an over-analysis that is going on in regards to matter of the heart. There is a feeling of missing out. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups. Almost like FOMO, fear of missing out a little bit. I know that where you might feel as if there is not enough, or what you have is not enough, or you know that there is something else out there that you're searching for, or there is more yet to be done, or there is more that you want to see. I feel as if, Scorpio, if there is this energy of feeling less than, coming from a less than place, That's the energy that you're going to be carrying forward with you in August. But you're really being asked to take a very analytical, a really straightforward analytical approach to what emotional contentment means for you. And I'm not talking about emotional intelligence here, where you have to kind of bypass the truth of how you feel. I think Scorpio now is a really good time to explore very honestly, very truthfully, very openly matters of the heart, of contentment, of feeling content, of feeling love, of feeling where it is that there's something missing, where it is that there's something that's not quite fitting, because 5 and 5 and imminent change. There's a lot of conflict here. There's conflict, and it's making you perhaps question matters of the heart, Scorpio. There is a really imminent change, I feel, that's up on the horizon, especially in August, where it's about you being able to figure out for yourself where exactly this energy needs to go. Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. I'm just going to lay it out for you. This energy really and truly does need to go not only with the emotional contentment, but with initiative, with initiation, the creation of something new. It is the starting point. It is that matchstick moment. The Ace of Wands is asking you to start something new. This is masculine, phallic energy, and it is saying, hey, listen, now is the time for you to charge forward, push through as much as you can, especially when it comes to what true emotional contentment feels and looks like for you. The Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Being discerning or creating some sort of tax when it comes to how happy you're actually allowed to be is going to have you by default falling into a discrepancy, especially when it comes to matters of equal give and take. Scorpio, where is the balance? There does need to be some sort of give and take. There does need to be some sort of equality when it comes to not only resources, but this is your energy too. This is your energy also. And so where you're being asked to not only observe and analyze how matters of the heart and how ignoring the such and making a cover-up almost. It's about finding the balance, and it's about being or reroute a way to get back to yourself. A way to get back to yourself. There is a beautiful energy here of love, marriage, partnership, commitment. And it comes from you kind of organizing yourself by seeing where it is the discrepancies are and where there is a much needed balance needed. You are going to have to really change things up, because there is at the bottom of the deck the 10 of Pentacles. Every single aspect of a very, very, very potentially amazing, the Star card, the Emperor, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. There are things that you're going to have to transmute, Scorpio. There are things that situations that are involving some sort of transformation, which is your strong suit. This is what you do really well. And you're going to have to transform some sort of emotional something that's very closely tied to your home and the prosperity of your home. There's 3 aces here, Scorpio. So we know that this is going to be a really, really big deal for you. August has the potential of changing a lot of things. And a lot of it has to do with the authority that you are commanding in regards to making dreams come true. There is a real emphasis on making your pairings and your partnerships work. There's also a real emphasis on all of these aces here, which are almost like, here's a new starting point, here's a beginning point. So with this Ace of Pentacles, some sort of financial token or gift being offered, could be pregnancy. Ace of Wands is that phallic symbol of ownership, of charge. Ace of Cups is emotional contentment. A lot of this screams to me pregnancy for some reason, because there is a Ten of Pentacles here also. There is a need for you to take a lot of ownership and a lot of charge and command yourself with a lot of authority right now. You may actually have to steer yourself out of conflict and poverty or lack then mindset by being super analytical about the way that you are transmuting lower vibrational energies. A lot of that's going to come from you being truly authentic to yourself. And a lot of that's going to have a lot to do with how truly ambitious you are and how willing you are to pursue your dreams. Because I do feel like it leads to a lot of love. Scorpio, if you'd like to take the reading further, do consider booking a reading. Rubyreadstarot.com. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I love you so much. You know, Scorpio, I want to say this. When you're one of those signs that if I'm a little bit late with your readings, I actually feel your energy like pulling me, like, hey, where are you? Where's that reading? I don't know if it's a connection. I don't know what it is, but there's something there with you guys. So when you have these wants and when you have these desires and you know that you can pull like that, I would be really honest about what it is that you want, because you can pull it in right now. And if you're worried about hurting people, I wouldn't worry about that. It's not so much about the conflict. It's more about you owning it. The truth of what you are and the truth of what you want. Scorpio, have a wonderful August. Book a reading. I'd love to hear from you. Take it easy. Bye.